Hey there, welcome. Today I want to talk about how we can think our way out of good things, or we can talk ourselves out of doing certain things. I do this a lot. I'm super notorious for this, and I keep having to face this pattern in myself. I'll maybe have an urge to do something, to be creative, to write something, to make something, or I'll have a, urge to take action in the world, but then I'll start thinking about how it could go wrong. I'll think about how difficult it is. I'll think about how, oh, it might not even be that important or make that much of a difference or be effective. I'll think about all sorts of negative things surrounding that. And this will create stagnancy. It'll create a freezing in my body, in my being, where I just don't take action, where I don't do it. And so it's important it's important to be mindful in general for many reasons, but it's important to observe our mind when it's doing this, I guess some call it catastrophizing, self-sabotage, just negative predicting. It's negative predicting. And see that the mind is doing this pattern. Don't identify with it, just see that it's doing it, and don't believe it. Just take it with a grain of salt, just like we would take, someone far right on the political spectrum with a grain of salt, because it's like, questionable to be that hateful towards groups of people. Take our own negative predicting with a grain of salt, and then get into the habit of just doing. Just not thinking, ignoring those thoughts, and just trying, just seeing what happens. It's not always perfect, it's not always great, but what we'll find out is that we can start getting the ball rolling, that the creativity can just start happening, and we will surprise ourselves. Even if at times it's like, okay, it's not really happening right now. That's okay. We don't use that as fuel to catastrophize. We don't use that as fuel to make negative predictions. We don't go, oh, I don't like it, it's never fun, or it won't work because it didn't work in the past. We don't accept that as reasonable, because every moment's new, every moment's different. There are infinite things we haven't tried. So just because something didn't work a few times in the past, this is not grounds to consider that it won't work in the future. This isn't logical, this isn't reasonable. And so it's important to take reins of the mind and not believe everything it says. This is important for all sorts of things. Thoughts that make us depressed, thoughts that make us anxious, thoughts that make us angry and judgmental about the world. To just be like, oh, that's a pattern, that's happening. I don't believe it, but it's there, and you accept that it's there. It's okay. It's not really, no shame, no guilt. But then we create a new narrative, or we create no narrative, and we just vibe and run with the flow of action, the flow of doing, the flow of letting the ball roll. Because what we'll find is that there's infinite power in just what is, beyond our thought, beyond our perception and our labels and our concepts and our predicting and our worries. There's so much to reality that if we just let things happen and put action into the world, we will almost always surprise ourselves. We will almost always find things that are the gems of reality, because they are just already there waiting to be discovered. So don't talk yourself out of stuff so much. Don't think negative about what's going to happen, how it's going to work out, making predictions. We can't see the future, and we don't know everything. And this humility, this honest humility that we really don't know, and accepting that we're not going to make assumptions about reality, especially in negative ways, allows us to actually live. Instead of living in our brain, in our head, in our fictional world of all these assumptions, we just live in this. And this is always better than some limited imagination, because it's limitless and it's love. Thank you so much for watching. Om Sai Ram.